Hurricane Ida is rapidly intensifying as it nears the Gulf Coast. The U.S. National Hurricane Center says the system has strengthened into a Category 4 hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 150 miles per hour. Ida expected to make landfall this afternoon. She arrives on the 16th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina. Jack Royer joining us now live from New Orleans, where residents and leaders are preparing for the worst. It looks much wetter this hour than it did last, Jack.
Yeah, Noelle, it's been raining horizontally in some moments here today where the winds are picking up. We're on Canal Street. If folks in San Francisco are familiar with New Orleans at all, they'll know Bourbon Street most likely. This is Canal, and Bourbon Street goes that way. We're right in the thick of it, but you can see few people are out, if any. Some people are out driving, trying to find where they're going to stay safe today. A lot of places are installing these makeshift flood barriers, especially businesses with glass doors, trying to prevent water from coming in here. Something interesting to note, though, we've been talking to folks who live and work here who say, this is a tourist area. This is a place that is the pride of New Orleans in a lot of ways. They feel confident that the city will do what they can. They say the flooding usually goes away pretty quickly here because city leaders like to keep it looking nice best they can. Whether or not that's true, we'll have to see. But the city of New Orleans has a pumping system to get water out. 96 of 99 pumps are working, fully functional, so that's giving great confidence to people who live here. As you can see, those sandbags still as a precaution for many. Some out and about. We've got people still walking the streets at this hour. Even though the rain is coming in sheets and in waves, really, the wind is certainly picking up too. We were just on a side street, and in between those buildings, it's sometimes hard to stand up. This is much different than what we saw earlier today in the French Quarter. Take a look at some video we found of how the conditions were this morning, which you can tell it's very different in the French Quarter this morning. Still those conditions symbolic of what's to come with Hurricane Ida. Back here on Canal Street, the wind is coming in waves. It's starting to blow a little harder now, but a meteorologist that we've been speaking to today as we work with meteorologists around the country to watch the conditions of this storm said the wind we're seeing now, nothing compared to what we'll see this afternoon with upwards potentially of 150 miles an hour, Noelle.
Well, and you said earlier that that is just a few miles per hour below what a Cat 5 would be.
Correct, and that's the fear of a lot of people who rode out Hurricane Katrina in this city. That was 16 years ago today. They have a lot of confidence, though, in the levee system here and the improvements they've made since that day. You can tell, though, I mean, look at the flags. We got these palm trees. Well, let's take a look. Look at these flags, already sort of tattered from how heavy the rains have been, how hard this wind has been. It's about 10:15 in the morning here in New Orleans, and it's the start of a very long day, very long 24 hours, and likely days ahead to come.
Jack, thank you for that live report.